War of the Wild, the relentless hunt for America's feral boar. Opening, dusk over Texas. The Texas twilight bleeds orange and violet across an endless horizon. Wind hisses through dry mesquite, carrying a scent of dust and danger. I stand on my family's porch, rifle cradled like a promise. Every night is a gamble, my father whispers. Either we fight, or we lose everything. Generations of sweat and soil have built this farm. But tonight, it feels like a battlefield. The enemy is silent, swift, and astonishingly smart, the wild boar. The unseen invasion. They arrive as shadows, snouts low, tusks glinting. A single herd can destroy an entire crop field before dawn. We tried fences, flashing lights, chemical repellents. Each failed. These creatures adapt faster than we can plan. Their population doubles every few months. For farmers across Texas, Arkansas, and Tennessee, it's not sport. It's survival. Chapter 1, Texas, First Shots of the Night. The dogs quiver with anticipation. Scout, a young hound with fire in his eyes, is about to face his first real test. The signal is given. They surge into the darkness, paws drumming like distant thunder. A sudden bark pierces the night. I follow the sound, adrenaline surging. Through the thorny brush I spot a hulking boar, muscles rippling. Scout has it cornered. One breath. One squeeze of the trigger. The beast drops, the echo of the shot swallowed by the Texas hills. Scout stands tall, a rookie no more. Pride swells in my chest. Bold mid-topic, Tirchi Hunter's Code. Respect for life, every shot is deliberate. No suffering. Teamwork, dogs, hunters, and instinct moving as one. Responsibility, hunting not for trophies, but to protect families and land. Rocky Hills ambush. We descend a steep hillside, dry grass crunching underfoot. Dawson, crouched beneath an oak, spots movement. His rifle cracks, clean, swift, final. Before the echo fades, Hank's shout slices the dark. A boar charges downhill, eyes like burning coals. From my rocky perch I aim. First shot misses. Second hits home. The creature tumbles, dust rising like smoke. Dawson's voice crackles over the radio. Another one down. Chapter 2, Arkansas, Fear in the Ozarks. We cross the state line into mist-shrouded hills. Local newspapers scream headlines of hikers attacked, livestock gutted. The Ozarks are beautiful and brutal. Using a GPS tracker, we cut across ridges, every step echoing with tension. A sudden frenzy of barking. Flash of tusks, a massive boar bursts from the brush. Instinct takes over. I fire twice. The animal collapses inches away. My teammate Chad exhales. Man, that was too close. Bold mid-topic, the human cost. Family farms at risk, generations of work wiped out overnight. Sleepless nights, parents guarding children, rifles beside the bed. Economic ruin, millions lost in crops and livestock every year. Clara, a neighbor, stands in a ruined cornfield, tears mixing with dust. This land was my father's dream, she whispers. Her grief is a silent rallying cry. The chase through rain. Storm clouds gather. Rain lashes the hills, slicking every stone. Still, the hunt doesn't pause. Dogs bay wildly. I steady my rifle, heart hammering, and fire. Another boar drops. Chad lingers behind, patient as a stone, and later emerges soaked but triumphant with a clean kill. Chapter 3, Tennessee, the mass herd. The first official eradication campaign draws farmers, rangers, and seasoned hunters. From a high ridge, we see them, a sprawling herd, dozens strong. Scopes align. The first volley erupts. Boars fall, others scatter. Suddenly, a colossal boar charges uphill, pure muscle and rage. Gunfire cracks like lightning. My bullet lands just in time. The beast crashes yards from our feet. We push deeper. Every ridge reveals more, glossy black shapes weaving through trees. We unleash a rain of bullets, each shot a battle for survival. Bold mid-topic, nature's counterattack. Intelligence and adaptation, boars learn from every hunt. Explosive breeding, 2 litters a year, 6 or more piglets each. Ecological havoc, uprooted soil, destroyed wetlands, displaced wildlife. Vehicles in pursuit. By afternoon, exhaustion gnaws at us. Yet the infestation is staggering, hundreds of animals still roam. We climb into trucks, headlights cutting the dusk. Engines roar as we chase fleeing shadows. When the crosshairs settle, another clean shot ends another threat. Emotional reflection. As night deepens, I pause. Sweat and rain mingle on my skin. The silence after gunfire is deafening. I think of my grandfather, who built this farm from nothing. Of my father, who taught me to respect the land. And of the children who deserve a future free of this endless war. If we don't fight, my brother murmurs, we lose more than crops, we lose our heritage. Closing, the relentless tomorrow. The wild boar problem will not end tonight. Not this week. Maybe not this year. But as long as these hills are home, we'll rise again. Dogs at our side, hearts steady, rifles ready. Because this is more than hunting. It is protection. Survival. Love for the land. Frontlines of the wild, boar, cattle, and wolves. When nature pushes back. The wind smells of dust and fear. Across 3 continents, ordinary families face an extraordinary enemy. Creatures powerful enough to topple fences, crush harvests, and rewrite the balance between humans and the wild. This is not a tale of leisure. This is a fight for survival. Part 1, The Boer Wars of America. Texas, farms under siege. Every sunset feels like a warning. Farmers stand on porches, rifles heavy in their hands, as wild boar herds multiply at staggering speed. Fences crumble. Cornfields vanish overnight. We never asked to be hunters, says rancher Maria Lopez, voice tight with exhaustion. But if we don't fight, we lose everything. Dogs burst into the dark, paws drumming the soil. Scout, a young hound, finds his first quarry, a 500-pound jet black boar. One breath, one shot. Silence returns, but the war is far from over. Bold topic, teamwork and courage. Dogs driving, hunters finishing. Farmers turn defenders. Every shot an act of protection, not sport. Through rocky hills and thorny brush, rifles echo. Each success buys another night of safety. Yet with every sunrise, more hoofprints scar the soil. Arkansas and Tennessee, escalation. In the mist of the Ozarks, headlines scream of attacks. Families whisper prayers as boars charge through creeks and fields. Rain lashes hunters who track through mud and lightning, hearts pounding with every bark. By Tennessee's rolling hills, entire communities join forces. Scopes align. A rain of bullets falls on a herd 10 strong, the echoes rolling across valleys. Still, the population surges. The battlefield remains the backyard. Part 2, East Africa's Wild Cattle Crisis. Savannah under siege. The sun burns the grass to brittle straw. Hundreds of wild cattle thunder across Kenya and Tanzania, desperate for food and water. Highways clog for hours, goods spoil, and families watch helplessly as fences splinter. Bold topic, human toll and law. $75,000 in highway damages in Kenya's Tsavo region. Entire Tanzanian neighborhoods flattened. Controlled hunting emerges as the last defense. Hunters move like shadows, lying prone for hours, scopes set with precision. Each shot must be flawless, hesitation invites a deadly charge. But every trigger pull is bound by strict permits and conservation laws, a delicate dance of survival and respect. One animal per season, whispers veteran guide Samuel N. George. Because life taken must serve life preserved. The ethical edge. Licenses are scarce. Reports of illegal poaching draw heavy fines and public fury. Yet for villagers protecting their crops and children, this regulated hunt is salvation, not cruelty. Part 3, Wolves of the Carpathians. Moonlit shadows. In Romania's Carpathian mountains, grey wolves glide like living myths. Their golden eyes catch moonlight, their howls fracture the night. 4 shepherds, the beauty carries terror. One frigid dawn, farmers wake to $45,000 of livestock losses. Families cry over torn fences and scattered goats. Bold topic, training for the hunt. 12 to 18-hour safety courses. Field trials at sub-zero temperatures. Precision firing at 200 to 1,000 meters. Only a quarter of applicants survive the grueling initiation. Those who do move through forests with reverence. Knowing each permitted shot is a pact between human need and ecological balance. Predator and protector. Hunters document every kill. Revenue from prized silver pelts, some fetching €900, funds conservation. This is no eradication. It's a measured response to a fragile coexistence. Emotional reflection, a shared battle. From the mesquite plains of Texas, to the sun-baked savannas of East Africa, to the moonlit Carpathians. One truth binds these struggles. Ordinary people forced to defend home and heritage. We hunt because we love this land, says Tennessee farmer Jack Morgan. Because we want our children to have a future here. It is fear and respect, sorrow and pride, that drive each careful shot. Closing, the wild endures. The war is never truly won. Boars breed again. Cattle roam again. Wolves still sing to the moon. But through courage, discipline, and the willingness to face the dark, humans continue the timeless dialogue with nature. Not to conquer it, but to survive alongside it. End screen prompt. Thank you for journeying across 3 continents of conflict and courage. If this story moved you, like, share, and subscribe to keep the conversation alive. Comment below. Would you stand guard on a moonlit ridge? Face a charging boar? Wait hours for a single perfect shot? Your voice keeps these stories, and the spirit of the wild, alive.